Hello everyone. In this video lectures discuss about resonance in RLC circuit in circuit analysis. Myself, I am Vijay Kumar as one of the faculty of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Government College of Engineering, Dharmaburi. In this video lecture, especially prepared for second semester ECE students. In this video lectures have following contents: resonance and resonance circuits, resonance frequency, classification of resonance circuit, RLC series resonance circuit, properties of RLC series resonance circuit, RLC parallel resonance circuit, properties of RLC parallel resonance circuit, and comparison of RLC series and parallel resonance circuits. So, first, resonance. The literal meaning of resonance is nothing but the synchronous vibration of neighboring objects. In a circuit analysis, a two-terminal network in general offers a complex impedance consisting of resistive and reactive components. Under special circumstances, however, the impedance offered by the network is purely resistive. This phenomenon is called resonance. And frequency at which resonance takes place is called the frequency of resonance or resonance frequency. If a circuit is said to be a resonance when applied voltage and current are in phase. The resonance only happens in LC circuits. In RLC series circuit at resonance condition, the inductive and capacitive reactance are equal. The inductive reactance XL increases as the frequency is increased, but the capacitive reactance decreases with higher frequencies. Because of these opposite characteristics for any LC combination, there must be a frequency at which the XL equals to the XC, when one increases while the other decreases. This case of equal and opposite reactance is called resonance. And the AC circuit is then a resonance circuit. Based on connection, resonance may classified in two groups. One is series resonance circuits, parallel resonance circuits. If resonance eligible for a circuit, a particular circuit must contain at least one inductor and one capacitor. So, resonance in RLC series circuit. Consider this slide. This is a RLC series circuit shown Here applied voltage V is analog voltage with variable frequencies. The input impedance is given by Z equal to R plus J is a vector quantity omega L minus 1 by omega C. Here omega is nothing but omega is equal to 2 pi f. The magnitude of the circuit current is I equal to the maximum voltage divided by square root of R square plus omega L minus omega C the whole square. Let us consider RLC series circuit. We know that the impedance of RLC circuit is modulus of Z equal to square root of R square plus XL minus XC the square, where here XL equal to 2 pi f L. L is a inductance, XC equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. Such a circuit connected with resistor, series with inductor, then series with capacitor. We need to calculate the voltage drop across the resistor, the voltage drop across the inductor, the voltage drop across the capacitor in RLC circuit. In this circuit, shown in figure, connected to an AC source of constant supply voltage V but having a variable frequency. The frequency can be varied from 0, increasing and approaching infinity. Since XL is inductive reactance and XC, this is a capacitive reactance, are function of frequency at a particular frequency of applied voltage, XL and XC will become equal in magnitude. So since XL equal to XC, so rewrite the sentences. So Z equal to square root of R square plus 0, because the impedance equal to square root of R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. So here Z equal to R. When the XL equal to XC, hence the impedance equal to resistance, is said to be a resonance. In a series circuit, current I remains the same throughout. We can write IXL equal to IXC, such that inductor across the voltage equal to voltage across the capacitor, voltage across the inductor equal to voltage across the capacitor. So at resonance, VL and VC will cancel out each other. The supply voltage V equal to VR, such that the entire supply voltage will drop across the resistor R only. In this slide, the voltage across the series combination of capacitor and inductor is always less than the larger individual voltage across the either C or L. So how to measure the calculation? Here this diagram shows about inductor voltage and capacitor voltage effectively subtract because they are out of phase. So only voltage drop across the resistor is inactive. The voltage across the series combination of inductor and capacitor. The previous slide shows about the waveform of voltage drop across the inductor, voltage drop across capacitor and inductor, and then voltage drop across the capacitor. In a series RLC circuit, the capacitor voltage and the inductor voltage are always 180 degree out of phase with each other because they are 180 degree out of phase. So VC and VL subtract from each other. The voltage across L and C combined is always less than that the larger individual voltage across either element. Next we go for a resonance frequency. At resonance condition, XL equal to XC. Here omega is 2 pi f. Here f is nothing but FR. FR is a resonance frequency. So equate 2 pi FR into L equal to 1 by 2 pi FR into C. So rewrite the equation, finally simplified as the resonance frequency FR equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of LC, where L is a inductance in Henry, C is the capacitance in Farad. FR the resonance frequency in Hertz. Likewise, voltage across the inductance at resonance is given by VL equal to Im into XL. So XL is nothing but omega into L. So omega is nothing but 2 pi f. F is FR. So simplify the equation. VL equal to Im into square root of L by C. At resonance, the current flowing in the circuit is equal to V by R. So VL equal to V by R square root of L by C. So rewrite the equation, V into square root of L by C R square. Similarly, voltage across the capacitance at resonance is given by VC, voltage across the capacitance equal to Im into Xc. Xc is nothing but 1 by omega RC. Omega R is nothing but 2 pi FR. FR is a resonance frequency. So simplify the equation in this slide. Vc equal to V by R square root of L by C. Finally, we conclude that the voltage drop across L and C are equal to and many times the applied voltage. Hence, voltage magnification occurs at the resonance condition. So, series resonance condition is often referred to as voltage resonance. So we can redraw the circuits, RLC circuits likewise. Here XL equal to XC. So at resonance frequency FR, the reactants are equal to magnitude. The reactants are equal in magnitude and they effectively cancel, leaving. So the impedance Z are equal to R. So the impedance of series RLC circuits. A series RLC circuits contains both inductance and capacitance. Since XL and XC have opposite effects on the circuit's phase angle, the total reactance is less than either the individual reactance. The impedance of series RLC circuit we find out when XL is greater than XC, the circuit is predominantly inductive. When the capacitive reactance is greater than the inductive reactance, the circuit is predominantly capacitive. So total reactance is modulus of XL minus XC. The total impedance for a series RLC circuits is Z equal to square root of R square plus X total squares. Here X is a both inductive reactance and capacitive reactance. The phase angle of theta is tan inverse of the reactance divided by the resistance. So the graphical analysis of series RLC circuit given a graphical representation at a resonance condition. The blue line indicates the capacitive reactance and the green line indicates the inductive reactance. After the resonance conditions, capacitive reactance is decreased. Before resonance condition, the inductive reactance is also decreased. A RLC circuit XL is a straight line, XC is a hyperbola. In the slide shows the graphical representation between inductance, capacitive reactance and inductive reactance. At resonance condition, total impedance equal to total resistance. So in these slides also referred the phase series of resonance circuit. When F is less than F0, network is capacitive. When F is greater than F0, network is inductive. When F is equal to F0, the network is resistive. Another likewise, based on the phase angle, you have diagrammatic representation. First one, the resonance frequency, below the resonance frequency, the current I leads the voltage. After the resonance frequency, the current I is in phase with the voltage. Above the reference frequency, the current I lagging with the voltage. Once again, when below the resonance frequency, currents leads with the voltage. At resonance, current I is in phase with voltage. At above the resonance frequency, current I lags with the voltage. The bandwidth of series resonance circuits current is maximum at resonance frequency. The bandwidth is the range between two cutoff frequencies f1 to f2. Within the bandwidth frequencies, the current is greater than 70.7% of highest resonance value. The formula for bandwidth. The bandwidth for either series or parallel resonance circuit is the range of frequencies between upper and lower cutoff frequencies for which the response curve In Z, the current or impedance, is 0.707 of the maximum value, is a RMS value. So bandwidth equal to f2 minus f1. So ideally the center frequency is fr equal to f1 plus f2 divided by 2. Next go for a quality factor. The quality factor, the quality or the figure of merit of the resonance circuit in sharpness of resonance is indicated by the factor of Q. The quality factor is the ratio of voltage across the inductor or capacitor and supply voltage. So the quality factor in RLC series circuit defined as the voltage magnification of the circuit at resonance. Current at resonance is given by the maximum current equal to V by R. So V equal to I into R, and the voltage across the inductance or capacitor is given by Im into XL or Im into Xc. So voltage magnification equal to voltage across L or C by applied voltage. So finally we conclude XL by R or Xc by R. In this slide, further simplification of quality factor. Substitute XL omega RL and substitute Xc instead of omega RC. Omega is nothing but 2 pi f. So further simplified, Q factor equal to 1 by R square root of L by C. Then selectivity. Selectivity defines how well a resonance circuit responds to a certain frequency and discriminates against all other frequencies. The narrower the bandwidth, steeper the slope, the greater the selectivity. This is related to the quality factor performance of inductor at resonance. A higher Q factor produces tighter bandwidth. So bandwidth equal to the ratio of resonance frequency divided by quality factor. So in this figure shows current versus frequency curves of series RLC circuit for the small value of R. The frequencies F1 and F2 at which current I falls to 1 by square root 2 or 0.707 is a of its maximum value I naught equal to V by R. All are called half power frequencies. The bandwidth F2 minus F1 is called half power bandwidth or simply the bandwidth of the circuit. So in this figure, comparative selectivity curves, greater selectivity, medium selectivity and least selectivity is based on the bandwidth. The selectivity of the resonance circuit defined as ratio of resonance frequency to the half power bandwidth. So next we go for a resonance in RLC parallel circuits. This is an example of RLC parallel circuits. In RLC series circuit, electrical resonance takes place when the voltage across the inductance is equal to voltage across the capacitance. But alternatively, resonance takes place when the power factor of the circuit becomes unity. This is the basic condition of resonance. It remains the same for parallel circuits also. So thus, the resonance will occur in parallel circuit when the power factor of the entire circuit becomes unity. Let us consider the below RLC parallel circuit. The current drawn dy by dx inductive coils as lags the applied voltage by an phase angle. This is example for the parallel circuit. Applied voltage is taken as the reference phasor. In this diagram shows the current drawn by a capacitor leads the applied voltage by 90 degree. Now power factor of the entire circuit is in phase with the applied voltage. This will happen when the current drawn by the capacitive branch equal to the reactive component of current of inductive branch. Hence, the resonance takes place necessary condition. The capacitive current IC equal to the inductive current into sin theta. The current in capacitive branch IC equal to VC divided by XC, and the current in inductive branch IL equal to V by ZL, where ZL is impedance of the inductive branch. So it has a vector form R plus J into XL equal to square root of R square plus XL square. Angle of lag theta equal to tan inverse of XL by R, and sin theta equal to XL divided by ZL. Now IL sin theta equal to V by ZL into XL by ZL equal to V into XL by ZL squared. So we take in the three equations. Going to the next slide. The substituting the equation 2 and 3 in equation 1, we get V by XC equal to V into XL by ZL squared. So finally we get omega R L squared equal to L by C minus R squared by 1. So finally we find out the resonance frequency FR equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of 1 by LC minus R square by L square. This is the resonance at parallel RLC circuit. So FR equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of 1 by LC minus R square by L square, where FR is a resonance frequency in Hertz. The expression is different form of series circuits. However, if the resistance R of the coil is negligible, the expression of resonance frequency is reduced to FR is approximately equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of 1 by LC equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of LC. From the phasor diagram is clear that the current in the inductive and capacitive branches may be many times greater than the resultant current under the condition of resonance. As the reactive component is 0 under resonance condition, in order to satisfy the condition of unity power factor, the resultant current is minimum Under this condition, from the above, it's observed the current taken from the supply can greatly magnified by means of the parallel resonance circuit. This current magnification termed as Q factor of the circuit. So Q factor of parallel resonance circuits gives IC divided by I equal to IL sin theta divided by IL cos theta equal to Q factor equal to tan theta. So XL by R equal to 2 pi FR L by R. At resonance, the resultant current drawn by parallel circuit is in phase with the applied voltage. The resultant current I equal to IL cos theta equal to V by ZL into R by ZL equal to VR by ZL square. But under the condition of resonance, ZL squared equal to XL into XC equal to omega R L into 1 by omega RC. So equal to, simplify the equation, L by C. So resultant current VR divided by L by C equal to VR divided by L by CR. Thus the impedance offered by parallel resonance circuit simplified L by CR. This impedance is purely resistive and generally known as equivalent or dynamic impedance of the circuit. As the current at resonance is minimum, the dynamic impedance represents the maximum impedance offered by the circuit at resonance. So the parallel circuit is considered as condition of maximum impedance or minimum admittance. Thus the current is minimum, hence the circuit is sometimes called as rejector circuit because it rejects the frequency of which it resonates. So the RLC series circuit is acceptor circuits. In this phenomenon of resonance is parallel circuit of great importance because it forms a basis of tuned circuits in electronics. We will going to study about the tuned circuits further video sessions. So we need to know about the importance of this phenomenon. So we discuss about RLC series resonance circuits, RLC parallel resonance circuits. We are going to comparison between series and parallel resonance circuits. So we have find important factors the differences between series circuits and parallel resonance circuits. The impedance at resonance in series circuit is minimum because Z equal to R. In parallel circuit, the impedance at resonance is maximum because Z equal to L by CR. The current at resonance in series RLC circuit is maximum, is V by R. But in parallel RLC resonance circuits is minimum V by L by CR. The resonance frequency FR in series circuit 1 by 2 pi square root of L into C. In parallel resonance circuit, the resonance frequency FR equal to 1 by 2 pi the square root of 1 by LC minus R square by L square. When condition the frequency is less than the resonance frequency, the circuit is capacitive. as the net reactance is negative. The series RLC resonance circuit is capacitive because as the net reactance is negative. But the parallel RLC resonance circuit is inductive because as the net susceptance is negative. When the frequency is greater than the resonance frequency, the circuit is inductive because as the net reactance is positive. But in a parallel resonance circuit is capacitive because as the net susceptance is positive. The power factor at the resonance in series circuit unity. Likewise, in parallel circuit also unity. The quality factor of series RLC resonance circuit is XL by R. So, likewise, parallel resonance circuit also XL by R. It magnifies at resonance in series RLC circuit voltage, but it magnifies at resonance in parallel RLC series circuit is current. This is the comparison between series resonance circuit and parallel resonance circuits. So, we know about series RLC resonance circuits behavior and parallel RLC resonance circuit behaviors. Now, I will give a small real-time application of parallel resonance tuned circuits. A resonance LC circuit generally has hundreds or thousands of signals present at its input, but only one is selected to be present at its output because based on the resonance. For example, the antenna for an FM receiver intercepts the signals of many different FM broadcast stations, but by tuning an LC circuit to resonance, the listeners can select only the station they will like to listen to, right? So, the tuned circuits based on the resonance principle. The tuned circuits based on parallel resonance operations. Because for parallel resonance circuit, impedance is maximum at the resonance frequency, the current is minimum at the resonance frequency. The bandwidth is the same as for the series resonance circuit. The critical frequency impedance are at 0.707 Z max. So, we are going for a tank circuit. Tank circuit is nothing but the parallel combination of inductor and capacitor. The inductor stores the energy in electromagnetic field, but the capacitor stores the energy in electrostatic field. In this tank circuit, The parallel resonance circuit stores the energy in magnetic field of the coil and the electric field of the capacitor. So the electromagnetic energy and electrostatic energy transferred back and forth between the coil and the capacitor. So these two diagram represent the coil de-energizes the capacitor's charges, the capacitor discharges the coil energize. First one, the coil de-energizes as the capacitor charges. Second one, the capacitor discharge as the coil energize. So in this tank circuit going to the a basic parallel resonance band pass filter. In this band pass filters used in a simplified version of a TV receiver showing the filter usage. Here the band pass filter and band stop filter here used tuning the circuits in a TV receiver diagrams. This is one of the example for tuned circuits. Is based on the parallel resonance principle. Likewise, another one example for the tuned circuits is act as a local oscillator. So in this simplified diagram of super heterodyne AM radio broadcast receiver showing in the application of tuned resonance circuit. Here we have used in a tank circuits based on resonance principles. So this is the one of the applications of resonance in circuits. So in case if you have any queries, give the comment box. I will give the detailed answers. So thank you for the listening the video session. Thank you.